cross the bridge. The gate open. You shall not gain entry. Oh. Most who arrive here do have mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge. Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find? It is true there are some here who have spent years studying accumulated knowledge, but what and can destroy those without. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree. A small test, if you will. Dragonborn? It's been so long since we've had any contact with the Greybeards. Do you really have the I would be most impressed to see that.
Fools!
How did you So the stories are true. You are Dragonborn. Normally, you'd need to show some aptitude with one of the schools of magic. I think there is much that we can learn from each other. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
I need to ask you to stop. Can't say I've heard of any laws against whatever that is you're doing, but I'll lock you up if I have to. I've got my eye on you. Got to keep my eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time.
Much knowledge lies within the college's wall. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. Mirabelle will be waiting for you.
Fools!
I believe I've made myself welcome. Another new student. I'm surprised. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off.
That believe you're here to change the world. I assure you that I shall be watching all of you, very. I am an advisor to the Archmage. I am at the Archmage's disposal if he requires advice.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the... Yes, just a brief overview of our facilities. Are you ready?
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Yes, just a brief overview of our facilities. Are you ready? Wonderful. Please follow. College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards.
I think the college is due for a change in leadership. It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies. Feralda, don't act like she didn't say anything. I know her, and I know what she's been up to.
Don't trust that. Most here are up to something, of course. I haven't... He is rather
My problem with her? She's threatened by me, by my skill as a wizard, by my elegance and posture, but she is not going to get the better of it. She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work.
Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived.
Better not get me
You've
sick.
no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to
Enchanting
show?
services. I'm sure you can figure it out on your own. If you can't, perhaps Urag has a book you can read. My pleasure. Well, there's more enchanting to be done. You can acquire whatever it is and bring it back here, and I'll take care of it. All right, be quick about it, will you? This is a good way. Here's the name and location of the client.
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Well, your classmates certainly seem to disagree with you.
Oh, don't listen to her. We can do it. Just give us a chance.
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? That's what this lesson is for. Perfect time to try it out. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here you go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. You have to keep your ward up, or else this won't work. I don't want to hurt you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sawthorn nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
Careful with that fire.
Go cast your fancy magic someplace else.
This is better than sitting around talking about
And
magic,
here we all are.
don't you think?
Shall we step inside? All right. Please stay close to me while we're inside. It should be safe, but it's always better to be cautious.
I'm not so sure.
As some of you may know, Sarthal was one of the earliest Nord settlements of Skyrim. It was also the largest. Sacked by the elves in the infamous Night of Tears, not much is Are there any questions before we begin? Anything at all that might be of interest? My message about the dangers of happening to students. That would be a happy coincidence.
This is better than sitting around talking about magic, don't you think?
Who knows what we might find?
This is better than sitting around talking about, don't you think?
Well, why don't you see if you can assist Arniel Gain? He's one of us. I expect he'd appreciate any enchanted items will do. The usefulness of the enchantment is irrelevant. Find anything. Brandon, I might. Why don't you...
Don't touch it! You what? You must be one of the new apprentices then. Only a portion of this section. We don't want to damage any. The man that I can. He asked far. I think. I anything, of course. What I'm doing is far too.
What in the world was that racket? Is everything all right? How in the world did that happen? Really? Perhaps the amulet is important somehow. Is there some way you can use it? Well, this is highly unusual and very interesting. Why in the world would this be sealed off? What is this place? I'm not sure what to expect here. Please be on your guard.
Hold, mage, and listen well. Know that you have set in motion a chain of events that cannot be stopped. Judgment has not been passed, as you had no way of knowing. Judgment will be passed on your actions to come, and how you deal with the dangers of it. This warning is passed because the Psijic Order believes in you. You, mage, and you alone, have the potential to prevent disaster. Take great care, and know that the Order is watching.
I swear I felt something rather strange just then. What just happened? I'm afraid I didn't see anything. Can you tell me more about what you saw? The Psijic Order? Are you quite sure about that? That's very odd. And danger ahead? Why, that doesn't make any sense. The Psijics have no connection to these ruins, and no one's seen. Perhaps we should take a look inside. Now, please do be careful. Who knows what we're going to find? I have no idea, but it's fascinating, assuming it's true. The Isle of Artaeum disappeared over 100 years ago, and no one has seen them since. And yet now, suddenly, they've chosen to... If nothing else, I'd take it as a compliment. The Psijics have only ever dealt with those they feel worthy. They were a group of mages with a history that predates the Empire. Very powerful. No one's seen them in well over 100 years. They vanished, along with their sanctum. I have no idea what connection they'd have to this place. Take care now. Be prepared to defend yourself. Anything like this in Nordic ruins before. Why? Anything like this in Nordic ruins before. Why?
Bruce?
Well now, look. Only one series, be prepared to defend. I don't dare leave this unattended.